It is now 5 o'clock. Megan, can you please call the organizational meeting of the City of East Grand Forks for 2019 to order, please?
For call of roll, Mayor Steve Gander.
Here.
Council members Clarence Vetter.
Here.
Dale Helms.
Here.
Tim Riopel.
Here.
Tim Johnson.
Here.
Mark Holstead.
Here.
Chad Grassel.
Here.
Mark Demers.
Present.
We have a quorum. The first order of business will be to administer the oath of office for Mr. Helms, Mr. Johnson, and Mr. Demers. So if I could have you all stand, raise your right hand, and then repeat after me, please. I state your name.
I, Mark Demers,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the state of Minnesota,
and state of Minnesota,
and faithfully perform and discharge the duties of council member
and discharge the duties of council member
of the City of East Grand Forks,
of the City of East Grand Forks,
County of Polk,
County of Polk,
State of Minnesota,
State of Minnesota,
to the best of my judgment and ability.
to the best of my judgment and ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Got the recitation I can do. Passed.
Okay, the next order of business will be the election of council president and vice president by written ballot. The first, what I would like to have is a nomination for president of the city council. Mr. Riopel,
I'd like to nominate Mr. Olsted for president.
do I have a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Grassel seconds. Do I have any other nominations? If not, motion to close the nominations.
Move.
Second.
First by Grassel, second by Riopel. There should be ballots there in front of you with pens. If you could please write down your vote, because the city charter asks that it be done by written ballot. And then when you're done, pass them to Mr. Demers, please.
Bold, you don't even fold it over.
Thank you. Publishing the ballot, we have a unanimous vote for Mr. Olsted. Mr. Olsted, could you please take your place as the president, and then I will provide you with the agendas, and we will then go to a motion for the vice president.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I'll now open the nominations for vice presidency of the city council. Is there a motion? Mr. Riopel.
Make a motion to have Mr. Grassel.
Motion for Mr. Grassel for vice president. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Helms. In front of you, is there a motion to close the nominations? Is there any other nominations?
Close.
Motion by Riopel to close. Is there a second? Mr. Helms seconds that motion. In front of you, there's a written ballot in front of you. If you please write your ballot and send down, and we'll declare the nomination. The voting is unanimous, and results, Chad Grassel is now the council vice president. Congratulations. You need this, Mr. Gallstead?
Yep, we do save those.
Sounds good. Thank you. Okay, we'll now move on to annual business. Set time and our regular city council meetings. Consider adopting resolution number 19-01-01, setting the time and hour of regular city council meetings and work sessions.
Move.
Moved by Mr. Grass.
Second.
Second by Mr. Demers. Any questions or discussion? I see none. Roll call, please.
Better?
Yes.
Helms?
Yes.
Riepel?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Olsted?
Yes.
Grassel?
Yes.
Demers?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Designate official newspaper. Consider adopting resolution number 19-01-02, designating the Exponent as the official newspaper. Moved by Riepel.
Second.
Second by Helms. Any questions or discussion? See none. Roll call, please.
Better?
Yes.
Helms?
Yes.
Riepel?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Olsted?
Yes.
Grassel?
Yes.
Demers?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Designate financial depositories. Consider adopting resolution 19-01-03, designating the following financial depositories: A, American Federal; B, Franzen Bank and Trust; RBC Wealth Management; Dane Rauscher PMA-4M Fund. Moved by Riepel.
Second.
Second by Grassel. Any questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Better?
Yes.
Helms?
Yes.
Riepel?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Olsted?
Yes.
Grassel?
Yes.
Demers?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Designate ACH origination and online banking. Consider adopting resolution number 19-01-04, authorizing persons listed below, subject to any express restrictions, is authorized for ACH origination and for online banking. Your motion.
Move.
Second by Riepel, second by Grassel. Any questions or discussion? See none, roll call, please.
Better?
Yes.
Helms?
Yes.
Riepel?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Olsted?
Yes.
Grassel?
Yes.
Demers?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Entertain a motion to adjourn the organizational meeting. Moved by Helms.
Second.
Second by Riepel. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. Organizational meeting is now closed. Call to order the City Council meeting for City of East Grand Forks is now 5:07, January 8, 2019. City Clerk, please call roll.
Mayor Steve Gander?
Here.
Council President Mark Olsted?
Here.
Council Vice President Chad Grassel?
Here.
Council Members Clarence Vetter?
Here.
Dale Helms?
Here.
Tim Riepel?
Here.
Tim Johnson?
Here.
Mark Demers?
Present.
As a term, quorum, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
An open forum, an opportunity for members of the public to address City Council on items not on the current agenda. Items requiring council action may be deferred to staff boards, commissions, and for research and future council agendas if appropriate. If you'd like to address City Council, please come up to the podium to do so at this time. I see none. Approval of minutes. Consider approving the minutes of regular meeting for the East Grand Forks, Minnesota City Council of December 18th, 2018.
Move.
Who made the motion? Moved by Better.
Second.
Second by Mr. Demers. Any questions or discussion? See none. Roll call, please.
Better?
Yes.
Helms?
Here. Yep.
Riepel? Riepel?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Olsted?
Yes.
Grassel?
Yes.
Demers?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Scheduled bid lettings, there's none. Scheduled public hearings, there's none. Consent agenda. Items under the consent agenda will be adopted with one motion. However, council members may request individual items to be pulled from the consent agenda for discussion and action if they choose. Would any council members like items number 2 through 5 pulled? I see none. Entertain a motion for items 2 through 5 for consent agenda.
Move 2 through 5.
Moved by Demers. Second by Riepel. Any questions or discussion? I see none. Roll call, please.
Better?
Yes.
Helms?
Yes.
Riepel?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Olsted?
Yes.
Grassel?
Yes.
Demers?
Yes.
Motion is carried.
Can I ask a question, though?
Sorry, Mr. Golson.
Under number 5, you ended up doing appointments and reappointments, and are they been announced, or do we know who they are?
They're all listed in the resolution that was included in
Oh,
the packet.
okay. I just didn't,
Yeah.
Didn't open your packet?
pardon me?
Yeah, are you talking about the one correction?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe that is accounted for in the
Yes.
resolution. Yep.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Acknowledge receipts of reports of officers, boards, and commissions, regular meeting minutes of Water, Light, Power Building Commission for December 6, 2018. Communication, there's none. Old business, there's none. New business. Consider adopting Resolution 19-01-09, approving the hiring of Nicholas Carinta as police officer, a salary of $28.05 per hour. Moved by Vetter, second by Grassel. Any questions or discussion? See none, roll call, please.
Better?
Yes.
Helms?
Yes.
Riepel?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Olsted?
Yes.
Grassel?
Yes.
Demers?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Claims, consider authorizing the city administrator, clerk, treasurer to issue payment of recommended bills and payroll. Is there a motion? Moved by Helms, second by Grassel. Any questions or discussion? Roll call, please.
Better?
Yes.
Helms?
Yes.
Riepel?
Yes.
Johnson?
Yes.
Olsted?
Yes.
Grassel?
Yes.
Demers?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Mayor Gander.
Later this month, there'll be a group of us making a trip to St. Paul to visit with legislators and staffers down there about certain legislative agenda items, priorities that we have for the coming year. As it stands right now, I think our top 3 legislative priorities are to restore LGA, which we've been losing at a rate of about $100,000 a year for the last couple of years, to talk about the planning and funding of a neighborhood bridge on the south end of our community to Grand Forks, and also greenway and campground updates and improvements, all toward good visiting to our community, but also for the governor's fishing opener. And it turns out that President Bona should be able to join us for part of that meeting. He has some other meetings going on down there. So we'll dovetail into the Northland Community Technical College also and help push their legislative agenda items as well. If department heads, if anyone else has some other priorities that we should consider or some thoughts about what I've mentioned, by all means, let us know. All of us would like to know. Certainly Mr. Murphy would be a good point of contact. You can reach out to Mr. Murphy and me directly, also Mr. Olsted, because we do want to make this as an effective a trip as it can be. Thanks.
Mr. Better.
I don't have anything, thank you.
Mr. Helms.
I just want to let everybody know that I will be gone the month of February. I told them that the day I filed the papers to be here, so it's nothing really new to some of them, but just so you know.
Great, pal.
Nothing.
Mr. Johnson.
Good, thank you.
Mr. Demers.
Just a welcome back, and I would ask that staff begin to put together a schedule for when we can get, well, backing up. I know I've talked to Mr. Thompson and he said that things are looking good, that we could potentially have access to our own PEG channel coming up at a fairly reasonable cost. And if as that as a backdrop, I'd like to have a schedule put together for all of our commissions when we could have them online, and then as well as a associated cost to put those on. Obviously, some commissions that meet here or downstairs, the cost wouldn't necessarily be in infrastructure. It might be time for staff to be able to flip the switches and do those type of things. You know, obviously some offsite commissions, boards may need some hardware changes, but I think we should have that as something for planning. Thank you.
Mr. Grass.
Just to welcome Mr. Helms back, and newcomer Mr. Johnson, welcome to the group. Thank you. Looking forward to working with you guys for the next couple of years anyway, and looking forward to some great things that we can get done here in the next couple of years.
Yes, also welcome to Mr. Helms and Mr. Johnson. I look forward to working with both of you. Look forward to the upcoming year to see what we can do, especially at the end of the month here down in St. Paul. I know that we are looking at probably hopefully meeting 4 to 5 people, maybe get in front of some other people we haven't seen before that are on some of the committees. So hopefully we can be successful down there. Also, at the end of the month, on January 30th, I know our engineer, Mr. Emery, is going to be down in St. Paul also in receiving the award for our interconnect project for Project of the Year. So that was great news to see. I know it's the same day we're down there. And I don't know if we'll be able to accommodate the time to go be a part of that, but appreciate Mr. Emery going down there, and really appreciate the work they put into it, and hopefully it's in front of it. So you can kind of explain, if you can at your time, what it all entails, who's there, when it's being held. So, but other than that, I have nothing. Mr. Murphy.
I only have one thing to add to tonight, and that is, if you'll notice out in the audience out there, we do that very young-looking young man out there is our new intern. He is a graduate student at UND. He'll be working with us every other day until probably towards the end of May. His name is Liam Thrailkill, and his first day was yesterday, and I haven't scared him away yet.
Welcome.
Belston.
I just want to just welcome everybody again, and then if you have any questions, just feel free to give me a call, and I'll be as helpful as possible. Thank you.
Mr. Emery.
I too, I guess, would like to welcome Mr. Helms and Mr. Johnson. Look forward to working with you. And then, like Mr. Olsta was referring to, we will be down January 30th to receive the City Engineers Project of the Year Award for the Interconnect project. And again, I mean, that really was a project that really is a token to really both city councils on the effort that everyone did just to put together to, provide a project like that. So we'll kind of be receiving the award on behalf of both cities.
Thank you, sir. Anything from the department heads today? I see none. Entertain a motion to adjourn. Moved by Demers.
Second.
Second by Reapel. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. Meeting is adjourned, and we'll adjourn to downstairs for the work session.
Next one's worse. This is where we stand. I know. Well, I can't be anything.
Hand warmers. What's that?
How do you shut it off? You just leave them on.